What's up guys, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk about news for months in SaGa Universe, and they just announced a new banner alongside a new event. First of all, the new banner brings two UDX exclusives, that being UDX Silver and UDX Laura, and a platinum style called Tirpitz. Well, Silver is really strong. Can be stronger than the Global X version in most situations, but deals different types of damage. We'll talk about her, we already have all the information about buffs. Lara is a heavy damage dealer, but relies a lot of RNG. And Tirpitz, it's a character designed for remembrance to especially help people with difficulty on Wuhan, but can also be used for something else. Well, he's not limited, he's not important for most people. Now, there's also two new events, and they only increase it 10 points of HP cap, so barely matters for those that don't want to farm too much. We have also a double S martial arts weapon, promotion scrolls, and all the likes. So this is a normal event that will also drop treasure maps, as you can see here, and you can just use the maps on the Find the Hidden Pirate Gold. This is the second part of the event, as you can see here, and you get plenty of rewards like gold pieces and materials, platinum tickets. I think this is going to be a very nice event. As you can see here, you have to do one and then you do the other. Well, now we have the information like I said. Let's go straight to Reddit. And thanks once more Hands43 for doing this amazing job. They posted a video some hours ago. He translated and showcases all the differences between the JP version and the global one. Well, for Silver, she got a very nice buff on STR and agility. That's nice because she can inherit sword skills from the Halloween and the Platinum styles, and the agility buff gives her even better damage when you combine both status. Now, she doesn't have very high endurance, but does have very good will, and she does have many damage reduction passives. It's also nice because she can be used with Matriarch Paean of Victory. They also buffs endurance, since it also buffs STR and agility. It's the best way to increase her damage output. Well, she has this first passive that triggers her chase. That's a skill that, as you can see here, gives her a heat up. For the whole fight, she gets 15% increase in damage, and triggers this chase that was buffed from C power to B power, just like the Global X style has a B power chase, and it's single target, and it deals cold and lightning damage. And it will also recover her own HP by a very small effect. That should be close to 180s in the current game. So she starts with one charge, and then you can use another one in fight. So you have two chases, just like the Global X style, and because the chases themselves also recover, she becomes very sustainable. And there's more about that. In the same passive, she also reduces damage taken by 30% at all times. Nice. The second one, when she lands an attack, she recovers 1 BP. This was changed compared to JP because it was on turn end. Now it's when she attacks, and that's super nice because she gets 3 BP back when she's fully charged. The attack itself and the two chases plus 3 from the turn itself, she gets 6 BP per turn when fully charged, and that makes her a very good damage dealer. She also starts the fight with 12 BP, as you can see here. The third one is High Protect Tension. This is a very nice passive and reduces damage taken by 30% and increases damage potential by 20. So, well, she can use 2 times the chains. One is loaded on start and the other one you use manually. That means that she gets 30% increase in damage at all times, and then 20 for a max of 50%. May seem low, Global X has higher, but that is not a problem, and I'll talk more about that. Well, the first skill is just generic, but it's good because it has both blunt and lightning damage for at least neutral, and it has D power for free. So you use it when you don't have enough BP to use a nuke attack. And her nuke attack is the third one. With 12 BP, you have a triple S attack that before she even attacks, she will grant herself morale up, extreme effect, increasing her damage by 50%. So on this moment, she actually has 100% damage passives, so a triple S attack will feel like a 4S attack, so it's a very strong opener, and the damage itself, it's blunt and cold. The chase attacks are cold and lightning. That means that she's primarily a cold damage dealer, while she will still work well in some scenarios where the enemies are weak to lightning, since she can still use the free attack that is lightning, but, well, at least the enemy needs to be neutral to both, or either blunt or cold. That's a very nice kit because, well, she has 2 damage reduction passives, 30% from the first one, 30% again from the third one, and she self-heals 2 times with the chains mechanic, so she's even better than Global X style in my opinion right now, because the Global X can apply a damage block, but I don't know, the damage is pretty similar, but having 2 damage reduction passives is better in my opinion. So she's a triple S grade character for sure, and if you don't have the Global X style, this is a must-have in my opinion. And if you do have the other one, they don't directly compete. The Global X is primarily a sun damage dealer, while this one is a cold damage dealer. And if you don't have the first one, for example, on Remembrance Battle, now you can make even the Great Sword Remembrance easier, since you can inherit this skill, Chase one, for even the Platinum style. She's gonna do plenty of damage. Now, the next style is Lara. They buffed her STR, Endurance, and well, they decreased the intelligence as a penalty because of the increase in Elder status. But the status are actually pretty good, as you can see, 81 Endurance, 85 Will, means that she's not going to take that much damage. Her agility is pretty fine, and the STR is, well, close to the top. I think that the current top will be 120. But then she relies a lot of RNG. When turn begins, she gets a 50% chance to buff her damage by 30%. That lasts for 3 turns. It stacks if you are lucky enough, and recovers 2 BP. So on average, you're gonna get 15% increase in damage every turn. That stacks 3 times on average. So let's consider a 45% damage increase, and then 1 BP per turn. The second one is a turn begins, 50% chance to buff her STR by 25%, and also recover BP by 2. So on average is a 12.5% STR buff and 1 BP per turn. I don't like this because, well, we have passives from a lot of time ago. They were just 15% buff to a determined status and 1 BP. This is old, so on average we lost some stuff here. But you have the chance of triggering this effect like 3 times in a row for very nice buffs, but, well, it's unreliable. I don't think it's that good. Then High Protect Tension, reducing damage taken by 30% and giving her 20% increase in damage. This is the only damage passive that stays active at all times. So, like I said, you get 45 on average from the first, so we get 65 on average, and then we have the STR buff. It's nice, but, well, I don't think it's anything special. She has a free attack with 0 BP cost that recovers HP. That's, well, just so that you don't have enough BP to nuke, you recover a little and do a free attack. Then the second skill is a double S attack. That's even high on the calculation, but it's slash and pierce. It has a 50% chance to recover 4 BP points. So, like I said, on average she gets 1 BP from the first passive and from the second. We can say that she's a 5 BP per turn character. So when she attacks, she has a chance to get 4 BP. That means that she has a chance to get enough to use the same attack again. Usually, right? To keep attacking with double S power, it's okay, right? But I don't think it's even that important when we have characters like Leon and even Silver that have very big constant damage as well. But then she has a third skill that has 13 BP cost and has a 4S power. Here we have only slash and 37% chance to recover 6 BP instead. Well, on average, you're gonna use this attack, then use a normal or the free attack, and then the third again. Usually, if you compare all the RNG mechanics, it's strong. Normal attack, and then a 4S attack, and then a normal attack, and then a 4S attack. Compared to other damage dealers, it can be better, but I don't think this is the future. I think it's nice when it triggers, but relying on RNG to do content means that you may have to restart to get the full potential. And she does have a counter attack from past style, Windmill, that gets super strong when used here. She counters with Pierce, so I'll discuss this more on her review. Then, I don't think she's a triple S character, it's an SS plus in my opinion. Then there is Tirpitz, X user, like I said, he was made for Remembrance, and he doesn't have really high status. He's a Platinum style, but it's, well, kinda well distributed, at least. He doesn't do that much damage, but he does have at least 74 endurance and 82 will. His agility is kinda high, he does have some intelligence because he can debuff. Well, this character gets a chase attack when he uses normal attacks, and the chase attack is Armored Slash, C power, and a chance to debuff both endurance and will. This is nice if it works because you can increase the damage of the remaining characters, and you have 96 agility, means that he can usually attack before boss. When he lands an attack, he also recovers his own HP by around 170s, and because he chased when using normal attack, he will recover 2 times. And both times he will also trigger an endurance buff that buffs 15% so that he can become very defensive. And then the third one is a very different passive that kind of recalls the old times. Reduces damage taken 30% at all times, and then when you are on full HP, it reduces by another 30. It's like 2 passes from the old times now in a single one. So because he self-heals when he uses normal attacks 2 times, well, you can use that to keep your HP on full, and when you take damage, it's not gonna be that much. He's kind of similar in a way to Strumiken because of the way he was designed to just keep recovering, but he does not get buffed when he gets attacked, like Strumiken gets to insane levels, but buffing his endurance 2 times, many times in a row, will help him take very low damage. The first skill is a gimmick that can be used in some challenges. It's a 5 VP skill that also uses 2 LP, but it's fast and gets an evasive stance that lasts for 2 turns. So in Wuhan fight, for example, if you could not use Strumiken because you didn't get the character yet, for example, you can use this and place him on a position that draws more enemy attacks, and he is going to evade the instant kill, allowing you to use different strategies to try to survive the fight. And he can use this in 2 separate moments that can help, and in future members he can also use this on determined turns to help you survive. The second skill is 6 BP, and it's single target with slash and blunt, and has a chance to inflict confusion. Also made for Wuhan because in Wuhan the enemies can be confused or charmed, but only one target. What you can do if you only have this character, for example, is to confuse one target and then use the evasive stance on the next turn, where they start using the instant kill attacks, so you have to evade only one enemy. Then the third is an APP skill that is called Hyper Hammer. Now buff it to double S damage and has a chance to debuff agility. He uses slash and blunt damage, but the damage type is not important because this character was mostly made for members, although I think people will find utility just like Strumiken in dedicated challenges to use him to tank and survive. Well, but like I said, he's a platinum star, you can wait to get him, it's not that important, but once you get, you will find utility. But well, in the end, this banner does offer some value because of this version of Silver. On JP, the original version takes 7 to 8 turns to match Leon's damage, and then after that, Leon just outclasses her completely because he takes time to build his damage, and then after that, he's the best damage dealer in the game. But now, since this Silver can attack with her nuke every 2 turns instead of every 3 turns, the difference is now smaller, and I do believe that up to turn 9 on average they will do similar damage, with 10 and beyond being an easy win for Leon. But Leon can also do the cold damage with his Ice Bullet, and his future style is even better on doing cold damage. That means that in the end, Leon may be all you need, so the Global Axe version of Silver becomes more unique since she is built for sun damage instead of cold. I still see a lot of value from this version of Silver since she has chase mechanics, and those are usually the best way to do damage right now in the game. Well, this is the end of the video. What do you think about this all? Please see here in the comment section. I'll be making a full review tomorrow, but hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Bye.